Hello again, this is Gary, just reporting on the puppies. They are now 4 weeks and 1 day old, and all is going very well. So that's 29 days old for the old maps. They're feeding well, the puppy gruel. I'm feeding them Royal Canine medium puppy food, going in a liquidizer, and then adding puppy substitute powdered milk, grinding it to a fine powder in a liquidizer, and then added some cooled off kettle water after it's been boiled, adding that. So it's got the texture, let's say, I'd say it looks exactly like a McDonald's chocolate milkshake. That's the texture I do it in, like, you know, and then I will start to thicken it up. Hello. But they've grown more. You might not look it like on camera, but they have got a lot bigger. I weighed them yesterday, and they're all well over like 1.2 kilo rounds about now. Some are heavier, but fun and games. I got rid of the whelping box. I've taken that out because I've changed the bedding, obviously. And you know, yeah, you have a whelping box when they can't move out, they just crawl, don't they? Look at his teeth on him. Look at, you see them teeth? Look at them. Anyway, they're walking about, and they can even do like little runs now. And oh God, that was sharp. Oh God, hang on. Can I just look at your gnashes, please? Look at your big gnashes. Look at that. God, you catch a glimpse of that then? Yeah. You love chewing my hand, don't you? Yeah, so they can move about a bit more. There's a bit more freedom. I got the back end of a pine cabinet there, and then a cage with 2 pinches in, and then obviously I have my settees in my shed in storage, and so there's not a lot. Only thing I see is them cables. I might have to put a sheet over so they can't see them. But they've not been interested, like, but you never know. They're only low voltage ones, but just in case they get curious. But yeah, the room to like have a little run around in here, you know, and so they're getting stimulation for their legs, you know, and like pushing up and that. And if they're just running on a soft bed, they're not going to get much stimulation. It's going to feel like bouncy, like us trying to walk in a bouncy castle, like, you know. We're not going to learn to walk proper with that. But this, yeah, I've 2 of these, this colour, these crate mats, and I bought another one at Pets at Home, and we nearly made that filthy in 8 hours. So I've got one hung up there, what's already dried, ready to change this one. And then I've been using these. I bought these off Amazon. They got like a waterproof backing on them, so to say. And these are like feeding mats. Hang on, just put it on ultra wide. And I think it's like a pack of 2 was 20 quid, something like 21 quid or whatever. But you can put these out, and then when they're feeding, you put your big dish there, and they're all around it, because obviously some of them put their feet in the food and walk in and all that. But it keeps everything else protected. But I don't really need it, because I've got my lino piece, sacrificial lino piece down over my carpet for all the mess and everything, and it's easier to keep clean. But obviously, because they're sipping water now, they're spilling a bit here, there and everywhere, and standing in the bowl, and then they'll walk around here, there and everywhere, and have like wet paws everywhere. So it's a bit of grip for them as well. But God, they're strong. I better make another little fence here, because there is a little bit there, if you see, but they could jump over that for the fun of it, climb over it. So I've got to put this in so they can't climb out randomly. But it's enough. I know I can close the gate, but it's enough for Lola to jump over to get in, and if she wants to give them a feed or a bit of comfort or do a bit of tidying up herself, she can jump over. And then, you know, like in the middle of the night, she can tend to her pups. And then obviously they can't climb out of that bit, but she can get in, which is pretty good. Isn't that right, Lola? But yeah, progress is going very well. All booked in for the jabs on the 10th of June, and microchipping, which cost a small fortune because it's 10 of them. So I'm recuperating from open wallet surgery from that. Worth every penny though. I bought 10 big bags of that Royal Canine as well. That wasn't cheap, but each puppy's going away with a puppy pack, so they're only going away with the best. You know, they're gonna have the Royal Canine, they're gonna have a lead, a little collar, you know, they're gonna have I'm gonna get some more little blankets, puppy blankets, and obviously they're gonna make them so they smell her mum and the other pups, you know, so because they say it's important if when they leave their home that they can still smell their brothers and sisters, and importantly mummy, and even us, me and Robert, you know, they find comfort in that until they've settled. But, yeah, I live in near Lancaster University in Northern England. If any of you are interested, just put a message in the comments, and you know, I only want them to go to forever homes and good homes. And because I've read about all the horror stories, are like if you sell them cheap, you know, people are like using them in like a puppy black market, you know, where they buy and then sell them on, and you don't know who's going to get them. It's horrible sort of thoughts and everything. It puts me in tears thinking about stuff like that. I'm a big soft shit. But so I know some people are greedy, they want like thousands, 2,000, some are asking for like a red fox, you know, and I think it's only about 2 or 3 what are actually going to be red foxes. The rest are going to be yellow labs like Des. He's classed as a yellow, even though he's got some dark beats, but Lola's a proper red fox, or fox red, whichever way they call it. You know, but well, I'm going to be sobbing when they get new homes. I'll be really sobbing. I remember in 1998, I used to be a truck driver. I was working for this transport company, doing Europe, the continent, and my mum had 2 little Yorkies, and this was a dinky Yorkshire Terrier, Sammy it was called, but we were close. And like when I used to come home, because I'd be away 3 weeks at a time, and then a weekend off, and another 3 weeks, 4 weeks away. And then I came all the way back from Portugal to make sure, you know, because he was getting old and poorly, like, and the vet said he recommends him like putting him to sleep, and oh, it was heartbreaking. So as soon as I got back to England, I like rushed home, and she was like put to sleep in my arms. Well, sorry, he was put to sleep in my arms, and he's so little. His pup name was Dinky of Lincoln, but Yeah, I came all the way back from Portugal in a truck, like 3 or 4 day drive, just to be there for him. Loving it. And I only want the best homes for these. Well, I suppose you got to like know with new owners, if they can pony up for the amount to pay for a puppy, that means they must be able to afford to look after them. You know, because I've had people say, oh, I'll have one, you know, get given, but I know they can't even afford to feed themselves proper, let alone the bloody kids. But I ain't doing that. They're going to have to pay a price to cover these expensive costs. But I am going to be divvying a good share to charity, Dogs Trust and RSPCA. Like every time I go in Pets at Home, I don't, in England, if some of you are watching from America or other parts of the world, we have a retail just store, Pets at Home. And every time I go in there, you can scan, there's a barcode for donations, and it says like £5, £10, £15, pay for so many meals for a dog, you know, in rescue places. And I always put like £15, I think maximum is 15 you could click on, like 10 or £15 each time I get anything. And then there's a second-hand shop in Morecambe and in Lancaster, Wolfwood or something, and like I don't buy anything there. I'm a bit queer that. I like to have everything new, but I go in there and I make at least a £10 or £20 donation whenever I'm passing them. You know, I just say to them, look, think of something you can charge me a tenner for, 20 quid, and you know, they always thankful and grateful in that. I couldn't work in a place like that because I'd be crying all the time, you know, in the kennels and stuff like that when rescue dogs. I'd be crying, and I'm 6'1", 16 stone, and I'll be crying like a baby. I haven't got the bottle, you know, but I'll certainly support those who do, and the poor little puppies and dogs around, and older dogs around the country. The way the world is, the way people are, you gotta like give up in a way, you know. Dogs, they're the saviour. Oh, look at this, they've all nodded off. He's having a bit of a kip. They look cute when they're asleep as well, don't they? Beautiful. Like they all like pile on top of each other, layered up and that. It's a bit cool because it has. I know you're supposed to give them one, but it has been very hot today here. Costa del Colgate, where I live, just near the university. But yeah, that's the update. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll keep giving updates for all those who have watched. Thank you. Okay.